Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Neoniclide and this is round 6 of the K1 Circuit League Night Races. This was a super fun race for me. I got cart 67. This is a pretty hit or miss cart, but you know, it worked out very well. But the race didn't turn out great in the end, so we'll see. This time around they had us starting on the back stretch for some reason. It was pretty weird. I think they did that to avoid crashes in T3. But here we go, it's green flag, and this is kind of hectic, so I get rear-ended, bam, right there. And that's my friend Josh in the blue up ahead. This kart overall was great, but I think because I'm a lot heavier than everybody else, my acceleration just wasn't there. But yeah, overall this was just super fun, overtakes left and right, and yeah. So right now I'm just trying to get a feel for the kart because I don't know the kart yet. And at this point, I'm realizing that this kart is super pointy because I just start drifting into it. And I start to notice it a lot with the S's here. And I just start to floor it through the whole thing. I'm not letting off. I've also learned that going through the S's, it's actually a lot more beneficial to go over the curbs, and I'll explain in a moment once we come back. But over here we have a guy taking an overtake on me, bumps me off to the side a bit. That's okay though, because I only lost one position, so we'll make that up. I don't blame that though on him. I think he got rear-ended and kind of just got sent into me, and this is a crazy move he sends on my friend Josh up ahead. What a crazy overtake in that final corner. But now it's just me and my buddy Josh. Fun fact, I colored one of the flowers on his helmet. It's like a bright pink. So, but yeah, over here, I notice I got a much better run than him. So I'm going to go ahead and try and overtake here. Very smooth overtake. He did leave that pretty wide open. But you know what, I'll take it. That's another position gain. So now I'm already falling further and further back from the guys ahead. Because I got caught up battling Josh a bit. And I'm caught up immediately right after the S's. This is a crazy move going to the hairpin here. I brake way later than these guys. I managed to hook it around the outside, and we are currently 3 wide through the hairpin, going all the way out. Just me and the guy to my right had better acceleration than the guy on the inside. And you can see how he just pulls away after I had a better exit than him. So I definitely am lacking acceleration, probably because of how heavy I am. But we did get another overtake there. And we're going to go ahead and try and get the move done on this guy again in T4. I don't think we got him in T4 though, because yeah, here I had to slow down a bit because I thought I was going to rear end him. Yeah, I'm a little too far back now. What a crazy send on the inside. I thought I was ballsy enough to do that, but it was too hard, especially going over the curbs there. So going over the curbs here in the S's actually helps me a ton because the curbs like pull the cart to the inside, and it helps me keep the line as tight as possible instead of going super wide there. So I actually prefer going over the curbs here. Going for the dive down the inside, I totally did a dummy on him. I forgot about this, and we get the move done. So what a fun battle with these guys, especially hooking that around the outside of the hairpin lap ago. That was super fun. So now I'm going to try my best to catch up to these two guys up ahead. A lot faster in the bus stop, but again, they're still both quite far ahead. So I'm just going to try my best to catch up to them now. I noticed I'm actually a lot slower in T3. I think it's because I'm scrubbing a ton of speed going up there. So for future reference, I should probably go a little slower. Besides going over the curb, just a super smooth T4, and I am catching up to them pretty quickly, but you know, still far ahead. So right now I'm in full push mode. I'm not even looking at the guys behind me, but I did check once coming out of the hairpin, and they were already pretty far behind, so that's nice. Up here, I brake way later than they do. And I catch up to them instantly in one corner, and he's just shocked. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" And these two guys, the Kart 49 and 14, they're both friends, so they're gonna try and work together to try and keep me behind. Going over every curb, just trying to minimize how long my lines are. But again, up in turn 3, I'm a little slower than a lot of them. Probably because I'm just scrubbing so much speed going up to the top, so I definitely need to go a little slower up there. T4, I also brake quite later than they do, so I catch up quite a bit right here. It's a beautiful corner. You can see Kart 14 waving to his friend there to try and keep me behind. So that definitely proved worrisome at the moment. I was confused, but I was also kind of piecing everything together, like, this is going to be harder than I thought. I'm a lot quicker on the exit of that final S, though, so I managed to keep up with them here. This is a very scary moment for me. I decided to just dive in and totally lock up. I'm very lucky I didn't actually hit the guy to my left, and it was a successful overtake. And he just bumps me there because he had a good exit. But it was a successful overtake. Yeah, it was kind of dirty, but I'll take it. So now I'm working on his friend up ahead, and I wasn't really worrying too much about him behind. I'm just checking right now just to see where he is. We all had a very similar gap between each other, so it wasn't like too worrisome. And I definitely realized I'm a lot more aggressive with my overtake attempts. So over here, you can see I'm trying to get a better line than him, and we end up alongside on the exit here. But he does get a better exit than me because of the wider line he took. So I'm trying to, again, get a better exit here in the S's. And I actually managed to do so in the first S, and I believe in this third S here as well. Yeah, I do get a better exit than him, so I have the run on him. But his kart, again, has better acceleration than me because he's lighter. He almost pushes me into the dirt here, but I managed to try and get a really nice switchback on him. But again, watch this, just the better exit and better acceleration, so nothing I could do. I had to back out in the bus stop to avoid a crash. And we're very even in that final corner there. He's constantly going defensive, so this was just super fun. This was just a challenge of both of our racecraft skills. I'm going super wide here in T3. That probably shows. I'm just grabbing a ton of speed. I notice behind me now that his teammate is a little close for comfort. So I try to brake late here. And he turns in very tightly on the final corner of T4. So I have to emergency brake, and his teammate comes around, but I just try to hold my position. It looks like we touched. We didn't touch. I attempt my best to hold the position because I know it would send him wide, which would allow me to hold the position. Which worked. It worked beautifully, and he's staying behind me. And again, I'm just trying to catch up to car 14 again. A much later breaker in that corner, so I managed to I managed to catch up in one corner. But yeah, so this is kind of where chaos starts to ensue for me personally. These are going to look like super clean laps, but this will be at the end of the race very soon. He definitely takes a lot more road than I do, but I like to avoid getting on the rumble strip just because I feel like it slows my exit down a little bit. He messed up a little bit there by bumping that curb. These cars can't handle that curb in T2 very well. But again, he just has that better T3 exit than I do, so I'm stuck behind him in T4. What a beautiful T4. I honestly don't think I've ever done a better turn 4 there. Coming down the S's again, I'm just trying to get a little bit of a better line than him, so I start a little wider, not as wide as I would have hoped though. And here again, I have a much better a third S than him, but he kept it tight, so I had an emergency brake to avoid hitting him. What he's waving here, I'm not quite sure. I think he was just trying to let me know he was going to move to the left, so that I don't run into him. But you know, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so I'm also a lot quicker in the bus stop here. I'm not entirely sure why, just know I am. And here's where it ends. My kart died on the straight, unfortunately. So I had to pull off here. This was a pretty scary place to pull off in case another kart just like went straight into T1. But yeah, I'm trying my best just to restart the kart. And I'm just really angry about it. But you know, it is what it is. Had super fun.
I think I can go back around. Nope, no, wait. What? No, it's gone.
Yeah, the kart was being really weird. It would move a little bit and then it'll stop. But after a second reboot, we were able to get the kart going again. And this was the final lap as well, so just if if the battery had a bit more juice, or if I don't know what happened to it, but whatever happened, if only it lasted another lap, I would have made up, I think it was 5 to 6 positions. I'll have a counter going on. But yeah, it was just really unfortunate. In the end, I just had a ton of fun, and honestly, that's what we're here for, just to have a ton of fun, while in the meantime trying to make a career out of this. Yeah, and it was also nerve-wracking because I am looking for sponsors at the moment. So, and here it dies again. Yeah, it was not good, and I'm just trying to stay on the inside to make sure nobody rear ends me. And yeah, that's the end of that kart. I was actually able to drive it back to pits, but it took a few restarts, and it just, yeah, it was gone. It was a dead kart. But yeah, so that was the end of my race. Lots of fun. I don't know who the two guys I was battling with at the end were, but super cool people, and I apologize in the end for locking up, but they were all really chill about it, and we just had a ton of fun. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next month. Ciao.